one sec. One sec, one sec, one sec. Let's count it in. Are we ready? One.
good. Thank you. Very tricky. Very tricky. Yeah. And this is my trick on Halloween, huh? Hi, everybody. My name is Suzanne, and welcome to Unity. We are glad you are all here. Do we have any new-time visitors? Please raise your hand. Anybody first-timers? Announcements. Everybody who's here, if you're in, look in your Sunday bulletin. We've got a load of announcements. We also have an email newsletter, and we're on Facebook, and we have a website. So if we could all please check in on Facebook, social media right now if you're in person, but please silence your cell phones. Okay. Oh, next Sunday, we set our clocks back 1 hour. Okay, November 7th, set your clocks back. Things that are happening here. On Wednesdays, we have meditation in the social hall at 6:30. Our Course in Miracles is going to take a pause until January. We have Reiki healing a Sunday morning at 10:20 right over here with Bronwyn, the Reiki master. And we have grief and recovery support with Jan on the third Sunday of the month from 1 to 3 right here in the sanctuary. Yes, we want to thank the trick-or-treaters who participated last Sunday with Emma, and anybody who donated candy and or your trunk of your car. We appreciate it. And Gail Gibson and Linda Reed are starting a dog walking group on November the 5th at Al Lopez Park at 10 a.m. So let's bring your dogs and we'll all walk together. All right. Now, starting November 21st, we're going to have an experience with Alwan. Oh, I'm sorry. That's the next. I'm sorry. November 2nd. November 2nd. This Tuesday. Okay. This Tuesday at 6:30 in the fellowship hall, right? Okay. Very good. You can sign up at unitytampa.org or in the fellowship hall. And drums and drumsticks will be provided. Cool. All right. We have a food drive through November 21st. We're collecting breakfast, lunch, and dinner for multiple families this Thanksgiving. So sign up in the fellowship hall or see Norma for some more information.
And Suzanne, there's a sign in the narthex about the kind of food we need.
Okay, there is a sign in the narthex about the kind of food we need.
And the sign-up is for anybody who want to help on the day they deliver.
Okay.
There's everybody can bring the food, and then that day they're going to buy perishables and take everything, the turkey, any perishable to bring it. So if you want to sign up to help for that.
Okay, got it. So the sign-up is if you'd like to work that day with Norma, collecting the goods, packaging the goods, delivering the goods. That's what the sign-up is for. On Saturday, November the 13th from 2 to 5, we're going to have life coach Julie Baum do a vision board workshop. So that should be very interesting, and I think here she comes. Yeah. Okay. Perfect timing. Yay! There she is. Okay. You want to do birthdays, or you want me to do? Okay, I'm going to do birthdays. Do we have any birthdays this week? Raise your hand. I know of some already. Brenna, birthday is tomorrow, November 1st. Sharon has a birthday November 4th. And Joanne has a birthday November 6th. Very good. Happy birthday, everybody.
Oh, yeah, and let's sing, shall we? Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, God loves you. Happy birthday to you.
Right.
It's like I've been out for a week and I forgot what we do here or something.
Okay. And before I turn it over to Reverend Nancy, we have a special guest who would like to entertain us.
I'm here to present the cheer of today, October 31st, 2021. Let go, let God, rah, rah, rah. Unity of Tampa, grow, grow, grow. Let's do it together. Let go, let God, rah, rah, rah. Unity of Tampa, grow, grow, grow.
You know, all I can think of right now is I was talking to Jose right before the service, and he said he liked it here because it's different. I'm just wondering how serious he was about that. Do you want? Yeah, but I think it might be on. Okay. Well, good morning, everybody. Thanks to Suzanne and to Pat. I don't know if you noticed, but Suzanne and I are dressed alike today, and we did not know that. So, you know, we saw each other in the bathroom and said, hey, cool plan. Too bad nobody else got the memo. Hey, Bobby, don't laugh. You're dressed just like us, so. I'm just saying, buddy. Joy is good for us today. So let's join together in saying our affirmation. There is only one power and one presence in the universe and in my life, God the good, omnipotent. All right, let's look at today's daily word, which is protected. And it says this: I find my protection in the light of faith and truth. I smile and act frightened as I recognize the neighborhood children who come to my door wearing scary masks and costumes. Children of all ages enjoy playing make-believe. Pretend fright is part of the fun of Halloween. Now and then, in response to an unexpected and unwelcome challenge, more serious thoughts of fear seep into my mind and upset my emotional well-being. At the first hint of unease, I remember that all of the protecting power of God is as my next thought. I say no to fear and yes to faith. My confidence grows as I practice the divine presence, discovering not only the protecting power, but also the guiding love and wisdom of God everywhere. Everywhere I go and in everything I do. And from Psalm 18:31, for who is God except the Lord? And who is a rock besides our God? The God who girded me with strength and made my ways safe. It's lovely. All right, I am going to hand it back to Elliot and the band, and maybe we'll rise up to the occasion.
We're going to rise up and sing this one together. Will you guys stand with us?
1, 2, 3, 4. Now is the time and the place to let your guard down here in this space. You are safe and loved, so stand on your feet, you're complete. There is no judgment, and feel the beat of our hearts and empathy. We are meant to be, and empathy we are meant to be. So get up. Empathy we are meant to be, and to be. So get up. So lift your spirit and rise up. Recognize your true self. So lift your spirit and rise up and realize your true wealth. So lift your spirit and rise up. Let go of your gloom. So lift your spirit and rise up. Let joy fill this room. So get up. Now is the time and the place to let your guard down here in the space. You are safe and loved. So stand on your feet. You're complete. There is no judgment, and feel the beat of our hearts. In empathy we are meant to be. In empathy we are meant to be. So get up. In empathy we are meant to be. In empathy we are meant to be. So get up. So lift your spirit and rise up. Recognize your true self. So lift your spirit and rise up and realize your true wealth. So lift your spirit and rise up and let go of your gloom. So lift your spirit and rise up and let joy fill this room. So get up. So get up. So get up. So get up.
All right. Thank you guys for singing it with us. Hey, Emma. Oh, she certainly did. And I shall give it to you.
Thank you. Good morning. All right. So thank you again to all of you who came out last week and participated. The kids had a great time. I think they're still sleeping because not all of them are here today. But that's okay. Our affirmation today is, I have come here to be one. No one and nothing is against me. I joyously live my life united with the one life, one presence, and one power. And our daily word for the kids today is oneness. We who are many are one body in Christ, and individually we are members of one another. Romans 12:4. Walking in nature, it's amazing how connected I feel to life. The trees, the buzzing insects, the birds chirping overhead. It's no wonder, because I really am one with everything and one with God. When I think of God, I don't think of being in a human form high up in the sky. God is so much greater and closer to me than that. In fact, I am surrounded by God's energy. God is inside me and outside me. I am made up of the same energy. Just like a drop of water is made up of the same elements as the entire ocean, I am made up of the essence of God. I am not God, just like a drop of water is not the whole ocean, but like that little drop of water that knows it is a part of the mighty ocean's power. I am at home in God's loving presence. Every form of life is a drop in that same ocean that is God. We are one. I am one with God and with all life. All right, I think we're ready to go today.
I am walking in the light, in the light, in the light. I am walking in the light of God. In the light, 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 in the light.
Emma. Beautiful message. All right, we have two good news stories today. The first one is about a local man named Charles Smith, and he has been volunteering at Casa Pinellas and taking on the role of everyone's grandpa for the last 5 years. Casa is Community Action Stops Abuse, and it's a nonprofit organization in St. Pete that provides victims of domestic violence services such as support groups, safe shelter, rapid e-housing programs, a youth center, and much more. Charles works in the youth center. He helps with improvements around the center and plays games with the children, but his favorite thing to do is to read to them. He said the kids really enjoy Green Eggs and Ham and I'm Not Going to Get Up Today by Dr. Seuss. Yeah, looks like the kids enjoyed that today too. His goal, pay Bobby to laugh, by the way. You know, if nobody else gets me, I know one person will. I love your joy, Bobby. His goal is to help alleviate the problems these kids may be dealing with because of domestic violence. He said, I know these kids, just like their parents, have been through a lot, and I just want to make them feel better. I want to give them some experience that's non-stressful. He added he likes being a positive role model in the kids' lives and finds his work very fulfilling. Nice story. And by the way, these are both from Bobby Lopez, so thank you, Bobby, and thank you, Kathy, for getting them ready for us. All right, this story really brought me to tears the first time I read it. That doesn't mean you have to cry. This story is about a lady named Lisa Bateman in Tappahannock, Virginia. And this woman, she works currently at Burger King, but she had gotten laid off from her job 7 years ago, and when she did, she lost her car. So she took on 2 jobs to replace that, one at Burger King and one at Wendy's. Well, apparently, to her customers, she's someone who always has a really positive attitude. And they said no matter what day you go, you can't tell whether she's having a bad day because she's always so joyful. So this customer, his name's Jason Cunningham, he decided to reach out to the community because he and many others had noticed that Lisa walks to and from work every single day to both jobs. She walks in the cold, she walks in the hot, she walks in the rain, and he said it's a little over a mile each time she takes that stroll. And I'll notice her because she's in her uniform. So he decided to post on the community Facebook page, and a bunch of people got together and they bought her a car. Within a week, 135 people had donated $4,200. They found a clean, low-mileage car, and they gave it to her. When she got off her shift at 2 p.m., they were waiting for her. And this is what they said. We as a town of Tappahannock wanted to show you a little bit of appreciation for your hard work and for always giving us positive energy. And they handed her the keys to the new car, and they gave her enough cash. They saved enough cash out of the money they collected so she'd be able to buy insurance and be able to get the tags and all those things that cost extra money. She was so surprised and grateful. It was a grand gesture in a small town that proved neighbors really look out for one another. Yeah, pretty special, right? So before we get into meditation, I just want to say thank you. And one of the people I don't thank, because he always gets on my case for doing it, is my husband, who is here all the time. And I realize that it's his job to be here, but I want you to know I can't tell you how much he goes above and beyond to do here every single day. Even this morning, he was covered in mud because he was trying to take pictures of the area that was muddy and got himself all messed up. And but you know, he had to be diligent. But I just want to say thank you because you make everybody's job here much easier because we don't have to worry about so many things. And I, for one, and everyone else clearly appreciates you. And I want to say thank you to Elliot and Alvon and Michael and Chris and Duncan and David. And today Jeffrey Beach is filling in for Michael. So thank you. And I also want to point Cindy Stump is our board angel on duty today. So if you have any complaints, go straight to her, please. Margaret and the rest of us are all, Sam, everybody is looking, Linda, Patrick, everybody's going, yes, please, her. Go to her.
She's a real angel.
Yes, exactly. All right, let's get into our meditation. Prepare ourselves.
I am at peace, at peace. I am one with the Spirit. I am calm, I am still. I am doing God's will. I am at peace, I am at peace. I am one with the Spirit, and I dwell in the presence of the Lord. I am loved, I am loved, I am one with the Spirit. I am calm, I am still, I am doing God's will. I am loved, I am loved, I am one with the Spirit, and I dwell in the presence of the Lord. And I am home, I am home, I am one with the Spirit. I am calm, I am still, I am doing God's will. I am home, I am home, I am one with the Spirit, and I dwell in the presence of the Lord. And I dwell in the presence of the Lord.
I am at peace. I am one with the Spirit. Such a calming thought, an important message for all of us. So I invite you now just to get relaxed. Plant your feet on the floor. Let your arms just loosen up a bit. Maybe roll your neck a couple times. Get some of that tension out of there. And let's just imagine ourselves surrounded by the light of God. Feeling that warm, bright, calming energy. And just listen to the words I'm going to share today. Taking in what is right for you. In this moment, I open my mind to the divine source of the universe, the Spirit of God, knowing that through my connection to this powerful source, I am divinely guided to make the right choices every day in my words and my actions. When the thought of taking action comes forth, I simply pause and trust actions will be guided in a way that leads to positive outcomes for me and for others. The actions I take bring good for myself and can transform my life. One small change within me creates a chain reaction that raises my consciousness and brings out the best in my life. The words I choose, the actions I take, are intended for everyone's good, and they create harmony in my life. Growing my inner consciousness and expanding my truth helps me to be a force for good, one action at a time. I begin to impact my life and build positive relationships with people. At the same time, I eliminate negativity in myself, and I become a catalyst for good, creating experiences that will bring me peace and joy, happiness, and in return do the same for everyone else. Every action I take can and will reach beyond my imagination to bring good to my life and to society, if I'm willing to make the right choice each and every time. I rest in the silence now, knowing that within me lies the answer to every action I need to take. The light of God shines brightly on my life, and with my mind and my heart centered in peace, I affirm my union with others and recognize that I am God's awesome, divine human spirit, taking every action necessary to bring God's will, God's love, and God's imagination to the world. So in every action we take, every word we speak, we make a conscious choice in the moment to be a positive force for good or to set a negative chain reaction into the world. Some people might say that, oh, I don't know when I do those things, but we know. We know because we are fully equipped. We were born with the ability to know the difference between what is good and what isn't good. And you know how we tell? Not by dogma, not by reading books, but by what we feel. When we say good things, it feels good. When we say things that aren't helpful, it doesn't feel good. And we all know the difference. But whatever we say is going to roll out in some way and have an impact, not just on us, but on someone else. You know, we often read about grand gestures that people make. You know, these big, great things, sort of like what we heard about somebody buying someone a car. But really, we might be misled when we hear such stories thinking that one small action isn't enough because it isn't big enough. But that's simply not true. We've seen in these good news stories that a 4-year-old has made a difference in a community. A 90-year-old has made a difference in a community. And what about the honeybees? They come together every year and produce $19 billion worth of produce for us by all their efforts to pollinate. Bees, are they equipped with what we are? They know how to help. They know how to put in a chain reaction. But these actions, these positive or negative actions, they remind me of what's called the butterfly effect, and some of you have probably heard that, and not in Stephen King's movie. The butterfly effect is a concept, and what it says is that a butterfly flapping its wings somewhere in China could cause a gentle ripple of air that could turn into a tornado somewhere else. It's not meant to just be literal. It's meant to understand the figurative message that whatever little thing we do, it doesn't end with what we did. It will continue on and continue on. There was a book written in the 1800s by a man named Johann Fichte. It was called The Vocation of Man, and he wrote something I think is very profound. He said, you could not remove a single grain of sand from its place without changing something throughout all parts of the immeasurable whole. Now, how many of you have ever played Jenga? Yes? Okay, so you know you can build this big tower, right? And everybody's all nervous as we build this tower. But one slight move, and the whole thing comes toppling down because every single piece is connected to the whole. That's the concept. And we have to be mindful that our actions will indeed cause the toppling down of the tower or the building up of something positive. Deepak Chopra wrote in The Law of Karma, or Cause and Effect, that every action generates a force of energy that returns to us in like. In other words, we reap what we sow. Well, here's what I want you to think about. No matter what we've done in the past, the present, the future, whatever we do, it doesn't end there. So if you're wondering someday why somebody was short and, harsh with you, maybe think back on what you put out there one day and how that might have come back to you in that same law of cause and effect. Deepak Chopra advises us in understanding that concept to be the observers of our actions, to be witness to what it is we actually do every day, and to be conscious about it so that we can become more consciously aware as participants in this lifetime. He also says that we should ask ourselves, to pause and ask ourselves before we do something, what will this set into motion? It's a split-second decision between saying something valuable and saying something unnecessary. And unnecessary is different than unkind, so I want to be clear about that. We're not just talking about unkind words. We're talking about unnecessary opinions of things that really just create disharmony for other people. Nobody wants to know what you think about them unless it is going to help them live this day. If you cannot do that, then you need to think about what you might be saying. We have all these committing suicide in this world. It's heartbreaking to me every time I read another one. But it started with kids just being kids, saying mean things, not realizing that that child, that young person may have nobody else saying anything good to them. And somehow we're compassionate enough to understand that with kids, but we don't realize that happens with adults. We have to be mindful of our need to be critical. Deepak also says that we have to go inside to our inner guidance so that we are aware of that feeling of whether or not what we're about to do is worthy of saying or acting. Now, how do we become more aware, and how do we get to this place of inner evolution? Because that's what we want to really get to today. So the process begins with us embracing the concept that we are all connected. Now, I know I say that a lot, but you really need to believe it in order for this to work inside you. It's the idea that we are all connected to that God spirit, that God energy, every single one of us. And you've heard me say many times, it's like the tapestry, a gigantic tapestry with all of us in it. We have to recognize if we're part of this tapestry that's all connected, every thought, word, and action is going to have a ripple effect. Each of us in our own piece in that tapestry is a center of influence. And we can change the world in positive ways just by recognizing the power we have to influence. But the second step, once we get to that buy-in, is understanding and embracing that we have to grow ourselves spiritually. There's no way around it. You're either in or you're out. You cannot grow spiritually without faith, without a belief in God, without a belief in the divine. I don't care what you call God. I really don't. It's why I became an interfaith minister, because I really believe everyone has the right to see God their own way. But the point is, there is a divine power. There is a divine source. And you don't have to believe it, But if you've ever experienced it, then you've felt it, and you know that to be true. You know that you were in the right place in the right moment, and it was not a coincidence. Author John Heider says this about our inner growth. I love this message. If your life works, you influence your family. If your family works, your family influences the community. If the community works, your community influences the nation. And if the nation works, it influences the world. It's pretty powerful. And the underlying point of his message is that our life has to be in order first. It all begins with us. Spiritual healer Marcia Martin provides her insights on how we can improve our inner evolution. And I like what she says. All of our negative programming, and we all know what that is, all of our negative programming holds us back and sets into motion a chain reaction of negative perspectives about ourselves and life in general. So when we feel bad about us, we start to feel bad about others, and we start to see them in negative ways. It starts with us. She says we have to eliminate old patterns and beliefs that no longer serve our growth, and explains that when we do that, we eliminate the chance of the domino effect of negative programming starting to hit the rest of the world. James Clear wrote an article entitled How to Create a Chain Reaction of Good Habits, and he gives us some really good ways of thinking about this. So first he says you might find that the habit, and you're all going to shake your heads, the habit of checking your phone leads to the habit of clicking social media notifications, which leads to the habit of browsing social media mindlessly, which leads to another 20 minutes of procrastination. That's a chain reaction of our one decision. He also points out that we create a chain of positive changes in our behaviors by making one simple change. And he uses this example. He says that if we go to the gym, and we're in the habit of going to the gym or exercising because we're trying to get healthy, we may find that we're sleeping better or we're more focused during the day. And his point is that even though we didn't set out on a plan for that, on a plan to work on our health or our physical being, what ends up happening is there's this other ripple effect that's taking place, and all these other chain reactions start to occur. And he quotes a Stanford professor named B.J. Fogg, who carries on this story and says, we can never change just one behavior because our behaviors are interconnected within us. And when we change one behavior, all our other behaviors are going to shift. Now, here's where it's really powerful. I want you to think about this for a minute. If we are within ourselves interconnected and all our behaviors are going to lead to a chain reaction, and we are all as people in the tapestry connected, imagine what happens when everybody starts to make a change. It's impossible to break the chain. The reaction and the continued action will occur, but it's impossible to break the chain. The president of SGI, which is an international Buddhist forum for peace, culture, and education, explained the interconnection of our behaviors by saying this: human evolution is the idea that a self-motivated, positive change in one's inner life creates a change in one's destiny. Then, as each of us carries out the process of our own inner evolution, we create the domino effect that begins to form society and create peace as a collective good. Changing our behaviors, then, is necessary because how we change will set that positive action into place. Now, I could stand up here and tell you a million stories I know of that would model this, what I'm trying to say. But there's one story from the past that really sticks in my mind that I read about and shared many years ago. It's about a teacher in Denver who was teaching underprivileged children who were in 3rd grade. And she really wanted to understand these children and how to be a better teacher. So she decided to give them a homework assignment with just one sentence to fill in. It said, "I wish my teacher knew." So all these answers came back. Some of the best ones. I wish my teacher knew sometimes my reading log is not signed because my mom is not around very much. I wish my teacher knew how much I miss my dad. He was deported to Mexico when I was 3 years old. The one that really caught her attention. I wish my teacher knew I don't have pencils at home to do the homework. That's why I don't turn it in. So teachers all around the world read that post, one post she made. And they too started this, but it didn't end there. Vice Admiral William Lee of the U.S. Coast Guard did the same thing. I wish my admiral knew. A Tennessee counselor of adolescents who was a therapist wrote, patients write, I wish my therapist knew. Advocacy groups for diseases and other causes began the process as well. And all of them grew to understand what people needed from them. Listen, every one of us serves in our life somehow, some way. Our job, our family, somewhere. Our community. But if you don't know what people need, how do you know how to serve? That's why I'm always so grateful for all the feedback we get here. Because we don't know. How do we know what you need? We could stand up here and make all this stuff up. But if we didn't get feedback about the music, the message, the lighting, something, right? What we could do or what we're doing well, how would we know? We all have to have that inner journey by understanding what is needed of us. And we won't know until we ask. Remaining conscious of the choices we make every day is either going to make or break us or make or break someone else. That consciousness can only become a way of life for us, when we remain diligent. Just like our exercise routine in making good choices every day. And we have to remember that society cannot change itself if the people in it do not improve themselves. It's just that simple. Let's review today's takeaways. Our inner evolution can positively impact society when we do the following. Number 1, focus on oneness. See the world as one big tapestry. Number 2, consider potential chain reactions. Our actions can and will have positive and negative effects. Number 3, remember change begins internally. Such transformation will change our destiny. And if we change our destiny, we're going to change the world. And number 4, create peace for ourselves first. Such peace will permeate the world. Our affirmation is my inner evolution will change the world. Let's say that together. My inner evolution will change the world. And I want to end with a quote by Debashis Merida. You can change the world at this moment for better by changing your thoughts and by spreading your love for the world and humanity as a whole. Let's take that in. So we pause for a moment to reflect upon the gift of choice, the benefit of making choices that set into motion positive reactions. That abundance consciousness we talked about last week, knowing the more I focus on what is needed, the more I will bring good to the world. As I make every change within me, I affirm that I am continuing God's work through me into the world. Amen. If you have a prayer need, please let us support you. Put your prayer in the back of the narthex, the prayer box. Reach out to one of us, to us online. But we're here to pray for you, and we have always remembered to keep our lists intact. Thanks to Linda keeping me on track, I think we're doing a really good job, but I really couldn't do it if she wasn't helping me. And now I want to turn it over to Elliot and the band. They're going to play one of my very favorite songs in terms of message, probably one I've carried my whole life since the song was written, Man in the Mirror by Michael Jackson.
Gonna make a change for once in my life. It's gonna feel real good. Gonna make a difference. Gonna make it right. As I turn up the collar on my favorite winter coat, this wind is blowing my mind. See the kids in the street without enough to eat. Who am I to be blind, pretending not to see their needs? A summer's disregard, a broken bottle top, and one man's soul. We follow each other on the wind, you know, 'cause we got nowhere. That's why I want you to know I'm starting with the man in the mirror. I'm asking him to change his ways. No message could have been any clearer. If you want to make the world a better place, take a look at yourself and then make a change. Yeah, na 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 na. When that chorus comes back, I want you guys to sing it with me. Victim of a selfish kind of love. It's time that I realize there's a me without a home, not a nickel to loan. Could it be really me, pretending that they're not alone? A willow deeply scarred, somebody's broken heart, and a washed out dream. They follow each other on the wind, you see, 'cause they got nowhere to be. That's why I'm starting with me. I'm starting with the man in the mirror. I'm asking him to change his ways. No message could have been any clearer. If you want to make the world a better place, take a look at yourself and then make a change. I'm starting with the man in the mirror. I'm asking him to change his ways. No message could have been any clearer. If you want to make the world a better place, take a look at yourself and then make that change. I'm starting with the man in the mirror. Ooh. So take a look at yourself and then make the change. You gotta get it right while you got the time, so you can't close your mind. Na 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 na. Na 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 na. Make that change. Thanks, guys. I'm glad Nancy really liked that song because I didn't exactly know that. We've done it here once or twice before, but
Yeah,
it's
it's
nice.
definitely a favorite. Jeffrey and I did a radio show years ago together for many years, and that was one of the songs we often played as the show ended. So, yeah, thank you for that. It was a real blessing. And a great message, by the way. All right, we've been practicing saying our prosperity prayer with we. And I have to say, because I've said it for 20 years as I am struggling to remember we. So I am going to practice today, but I want us to get in that habit because I want us to get in that consciousness together. All right? So we're going to practice this as we. Are we ready? We have faith in God as constant, abundant supply and supplier. We have faith in God to open ways when to the human sense there is no way. We have faith in God to guide us in all our ways, and our health, happiness, and prosperity are assured. Thank you, God, for your abundant good now flowing forth to meet our every need. Amen to that. Thank you for your gifts. Thank you for supporting us. And thank you for putting your energy out in the universe. And I will turn that over to you for Celebrate Life.
Got one more song for you guys. 1, 2, 3, 4. If you're ready to start opening hearts, making life better, let's paint the town with a rainbow of joy to bring us together. Celebrate life, talk about love, radiate hope, lift up the world. We can be the joy of knowing we are filled with overflowing. Celebrate life, sing a love song to your loved ones, let them sing along. Isn't it time we find we are all like a shining light when we celebrate life? If you're ready to play, whatever the day, whatever the weather, let the rain fall, there's joy in it all. When we do it together, celebrate life, sing about love, radiate hope, lift up the world. We can share the joy of knowing we are filled to overflowing. Celebrate life, sing a love song to your loved ones, then sing along. Isn't it time we find we are all like a shining light when we celebrate life? If you're tired and down, call your friends and let them know. You'll be surprised right before your eyes. They're so open-hearted, they'll get the party started. Come and celebrate life. Let's talk about love, radiate hope, lift up the world. We can share the joy of knowing we are filled to overflowing. Celebrate life, sing a love song to your loved ones, let them sing along. If it's time we find we are all like a shining light when we celebrate life. celebrate life. All like a open heart, we get the party started. All like a shining light, we celebrate life. Thanks, guys. Nice. That one was new for me this week. I kind of had to learn it myself this week. I think we had a guest singer do that song with the band a while back, so this is one where the band was a little more familiar with this one than I was. And I want to thank Michael for filling in last week and helping lead the show. I want to thank, Also thank Mavi for singing, sharing her voice with us. It was Michael and Zach for being down as well. Yeah. Thanks to everyone who helped keep the service going. I appreciate you guys. I think it's that time. Let there be peace on earth. Let's stand and sing the peace song. Let there be peace on earth and let it begin with me. Let there be peace on earth, the peace that was meant to be. With God as creator, family all are we. Let us walk with each other in perfect harmony. Let peace begin with me. Let this be the moment now. With every step I take, let this be my joyous vow. To take each moment and live each moment with peace eternally. Let there be peace on earth and let it begin with me.
And now let's join together in saying the prayer of protection. The light of God surrounds us. The love of God enfolds us. The power of God protects us. The presence of God watches over us. Wherever we are, God is, and all is great. God bless you. Have a great day. Thank you for being here today. And don't forget to come on time next week. Fall back. Fall back. Yeah, everyone is going to be early.
I was working in the lab late one night when my eyes beheld an eerie sight. For my monster from his slab began to rise, and suddenly, to my surprise, he did the mash, he did the monster mash. The monster mash, it was a graveyard smash. He did the mash, it caught on in a flash. He did the mash, he did the monster mash. From my laboratory in the castle east to the master bedroom where the vampires feast, the ghouls all came out from their humble abodes to get a jolt from my electric. The mash, they did the monster mash. The monster mash, it was a graveyard smash. They did the mash, it caught on in a flash. They did the mash, they did the monster mash. The zombies were all having fun. The party had just begun. Guests included Wolfman, Dracula, and his son. The scene was rocking, all were digging the sounds. Igor on chains, backed by his bang hounds. The coffin bangers were about to arrive with their vocal group, the Crypt Kicker 5. They played the mash, they played the Monster Mash. The Monster Mash, it was a graveyard smash. They played the mash, it caught on in a flash. They played the mash, they played the Monster Mash. Out from his coffin Drax's voice did ring. Seems he was troubled by just one thing. Opened the lid and shook his fist and said, whatever happened to my Transylvania twist? They did the mash, they did the Monster Mash. The Monster Mash, it was a graveyard smash. It did the mash, it caught on in a flash. They did the mash, they did the Monster Mash. Now everything's cool, Jack's part of the band, and the Monster Mash is the hit of the land. For you, the living, this mash was meant to. If you need to knock, tell them Boris sent you. They played the mash, they played the Monster Mash. The Monster Mash, it was a graveyard smash. They played the mash, caught on in a flash. They did the mash, they played the Monster Mash.